Hello everyone, welcome back to module 7 of our AI engineering crash course. In this module, we'll talk about image generation and image generation APIs. So this is a really short module just to give you a simple introduction of the topic. So we cannot really do an AI engineering course without talking about creative AI. But before this, we went through 6 different modules, which are introduction to the whole course, prompting, APIs, retrieval augmented generations, AI agents, open source platforms, how to use and fine tune and host open source models. And in this video here, we'll just be going through simply how to use DALL-E 3 API. We already worked with GPT-4 with Vision in last video. I explained also DALL-E, but I will just be showing you simply how to use DALL-E to generate a normal image. And I will talk about stability and some other new image generation models that you can directly use into your application. So let's get started. So if you go to the OpenAI website, you'll see that you have here API platform, okay? And if you come to start building here, you'll have somewhere, if you go to models down there, you should have DALL-E. Okay, you should have DALL-E here. So that is actually available either directly via ChatGPT or as an API. So if you click on DALL-E 3, you will see the presentation of DALL-E 3 here with some nice images that DALL-E were able to generate. Yeah, and also if you come to the image API here, you'll see that it's really extremely simple to use the model. You just have to follow this simple instruction. It's actually the same thing that we did in the API overview. Instead of client.generate, just, instead of the path to actually work with text, you just replace the text with images. So let me show you how that can work in the code directly. So let me show you the code. So we had agents here. So let's go back to the OpenAI here and we create a file called DALL-E tested by, and we paste it here. And as usual, we have the .m, so we need to load our m variable. So we load it like this. So we first need to import it like this and then load .env. Okay, so if we run this file, it's just, I think this is from the last module. We can clear this out. Come here, new terminal, go to OpenAI again, and now we can just simply run DALL-E test, and nobody will call OpenAI. We need to activate our source VM bin activate. Now, if we run this, it will take some time and a white, oh, wait a minute. So we have here authentication error, invalid API key. So let me just grab one API key from the agents here. I think we have an OpenAI API key here that's actually valid. So I think I actually deleted this API key already. So I can just replace this with the new one and it should be fine. Okay, so we have the generated image here that you can directly download using Python or directly view in your browser if you click copy. And I come here and visit it. You will see our image here. You can actually be fancy with the prompts, ask for specific things, or maybe let the user choose the prompt, the quality and the size. So you're free here. You can actually switch from DALL-E 3 to DALL-E 2 if you want to. Yeah, but in general, this is how you can use the model to do specific things. Okay, so now, as you can see from this API here, you have also the possibility to edit images, but only for DALL-E 2. So you can pass an image here, like sunlight this, and pass a mask to the image, and you'll be able to describe something that will replace the mask of the image, okay, on the image. So this is the image, this is the mask, and this sunlight indoor launch area of the pool containing a flamingo. You will see the flamingo replacing the mask, and you will see the same process as what you actually do in ChatGPT when you start highlighting a specific part for update. this is actually the same process. And same for variations or like multiple variations of the same images of the same image. DALL-E 2 only for the moment. And yeah, many other things that you can do with the API. So with that said, for the moment, I think Midjourney is still better than DALL-E. Many other image generation models are still better than DALL-E, and I personally think that open source model actually match the level of DALL-E. So if you go to Hugging Face, I think in the last module we talked about Hugging Face, and maybe we can try Janus from DeepSeek here. This model here is actually an AI generation model. As you can see in terms of output, that it's quite good. Okay, so you can use it. It's a 7B model, so you can run it easily everywhere. So you click on use on your computer. You can use it as a transformer. You do it like this, simply. But you can also fine tune it using one of these endpoints. So simple, easy. And you can also run it from a space. So you can click here, space DeepSeek AI Janus. You can come to this and actually pass the same prompt that we had from DALL-E here, which is really a basic prompt, like wait again, a white Siamese cat. This. Hopefully I can do that. Okay, look at this output and look at DALL-E output. This is open source. You can directly use it. You can download it. You don't have to pay. Simple license. And look at this output from DALL-E. So I personally think that open source models are far more better than closed source models like DALL-E or models from Google. So if you really want to use this kind of model into your app, I will just suggest you to use one of the open source model. And you can also easily, I think you can have this model in replicate. You go to replicate. You go to explore and you search here for this. Normally we should have here, okay? So you can just click here, click run with the API, and yeah, you're good to go. You are capable of using the model directly, and I see maybe you have the cost here for running this approximately this to run on replicate or this amount of run for $1. And compared to the DALL-E pricing, where is it again? I think you can see somewhere here. Yes, 0.04 per image or 0.08 per image. And if you come here, you see 0.013, which seems to be a bit cheaper than using DALL-E directly, and the image is better in terms of quality than what you get from OpenAI directly. So are more realistic, if I can say it that way. And you don't just have you have also stability. You don't have great models this last day. Stability with a stable diffusion model. You can also try it out. Quite good for image generation. You can directly use their platform. If you go to stability.ai, you can have an API directly on your platform without having to host it yourself. So if you come here, you just click on get started with API and you get an API key and you can work with it directly. Yeah, but in general, yeah, so you have these options to work with either open source model, closed source model as DALL-E, host your own model or fine tune your own model for your own use case. So yeah, that's generally what I can say about image generation. You can also somewhere here, I think we talked about it already. If you go to vision here, you can pass images to ChatGPT or LLM for understanding, for image understanding, or just chatting with the image or something like that. Yeah, so this is the vision part of the model. We already talked about it. But yeah, in general, I think this is a simple overview of this multiple way of actually using this open source model or this vision model, this image generation model into your app without having to spend a lot of money or yeah. So you can just run it with API. I think also Together should have it together or any other provider. So if you come to DeepSeek here, normally if you can go to Yan 7. Unfortunately, we just have, okay, you can also use one of these provider to deploy it and use it like Amazon or Azure. Yes, so I hope this gave you enough information about image generation process. Thank you for watching, and in the next video, I'll just give you a brief final point about respecting the law when you work with LLM. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.